Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Masters of the Universe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Masters of the Universe Masterverse New EterniaEvil-Lyn. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we have Mattel 6 and up, 30 points of articulation. On the top flap here, we have Masterverse with that nice 1980s rocky explosion. Then on the front, we've got a little window here showcasing some of the figure and at least one of her accessories. And then some artwork on the rest of the packaging. A Skeleton over here. Here's Evil-Lyn doing some evil stuff. Masters of the Universe New EterniaEvil-Lyn. And this side, the artwork wraps around some more Skeletons going on right there. And oh, wow, look at that. It's Panther and Skeletor Moon. Or is Skeletor giving her the moon? Who knows? And then it looks like maybe Snake Mountain in the background here as well. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, MattelShop.com print contents. One figure, accessories, a question mark, symbols I'm not going to learn, assortment numbers, and a barcode. On this side, we've got some nice artwork there of Evil-Lyn. And then on the back, some nice practical photography of Evil-Lyn with some, effect stuff thrown in. And then here we have some close-up views of the figure. And then again, that's a fantasy thing. It doesn't really do that, I don't think. And then... she has a cape. Evil-Lyn, Evelyn Morgan powers. Evelyn Morgan sold her soul to the Subterranean warrior goddess. She was given powers beyond her dark imagination, changing her forever into Evil-Lyn. And then there's a nice little picture of her. Also available, each sold separately, the cross sale of Flying Fist He-Man and Fisto. Mattel, empowering generations through play. Each sold separately, subject to availability. Color and decoration may vary. And that, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and her accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers. Help us take a look at the accessories. And first off, we'll start with the extra hands. There are 2 extra sets of hands. 3 if you include the ones that come on the figure. So first off is a set of fists, and they have some nice decent molded details in there. In and out hinge, and this one is exactly the same, only it's for the opposite side. So that's cool. And now we have some magic casting hands, and they're on in and out hinges as well. She's got some fingernail paint polish on these nice molded details, and I like the way these casting hands look, so that's pretty cool. And there's 2 of those, and they're exactly the same, only this one is for the opposite side as the other one. So it does have some nice molded details in there as well. So those are pretty cool. One of those is going on this Evil-Lyn. So next up we have Evil-Lyn's staff, and you can... It does come apart. It comes apart like this in the packaging, and when you put it together, it doesn't fully... You can see there's a little bit of a gap there. So I may trim that just a little, post just a little bit so it goes all the way in, and just, you know, there's just a line there. But it looks like this upper part is probably molded in this translucent-y plastic, and then everything else on it is a paint app, but I could be wrong. That may actually be a separate piece, because this part of it looks like it's molded in this color. And then this is paint, and then the claw around the crystal ball is paint as well. It's a nice translucent, well, not necessarily translucent, but it's shiny, it's chromy paint. And then, you know, other than molded details on the rest of the staff, not really a lot going on. But I do like the fact that this comes apart. It can be a longer wand, or it can just be, you know, held like this, the shorter version. So there is that. Now let's take a look at the figure herself. And I have to say, look at all these paint apps up here on the helmet. The skull right here, the rivets, the spines around the edge of the helmet there. It gives me very Magneto kind of vibes going on with that paint. And then on the back, you know, same paint as well. So that's really good. Then we get to the face. And look at the eyebrows and the eyes and the, I guess, mascara. It's got a little bit of color to the lips. I mean, very, very nice looking. Then we've got this sculpted pieces here, which this whole collar and stuff, it's an overlay that attaches, or it, you know, it ends right there, and it's overlay. The cape is attached in this overlay as well. There's these two slots on the shoulders, which are sticking up, and I tried to heat them up to see if I get them to sit down. They won't. It's the same on the back. You just can't see it because of the cape. But it's got some nice paint apps going on with the collar piece, and it's really good. And then you got the ram's horn there, and there's some design, you know, under that as well. And then that design carries out down the sides and the abdomen, and even across the back and the lower overlay as well. And then she's got these skulls on here. That's cool. Got this paint app right here, got this paint app right here, and the belt here with the kind of bat theme going on that Skeletor loves. Got some paint around the edges of this, and these rivets are painted as well. This looks like it's painted. These are unfortunately not painted to match the rest of it, but molded in this color plastic. Now this hand as well has some paint apps for the fingernail polish, and I think that looks really good. The legs, not really, other than sculpted detail, not a lot going on. No shading or anything like that. It doesn't appear. And then I want to say it's probably molded in this color, but that wouldn't make sense. This has to be a paint app, and it has to be molded in black. And then of course the crisscrossing parts of the boot are paint apps, and then across the feet as well. So sculpt wise, very, very nice. As far as her articulation goes, we'll talk about that real quick. The head is on a dumbbell, and she will look up that high. She can look down that far. She's got chicken neck. She's got some waggle. She can do the full exorcist at the shoulder. A 360-degree rotation. They haven't added butterflies yet. Single hinge and swivel at the elbow, so that's a bit disappointing. And then also it's a single hinged elbow, and again, that's disappointing. I don't know why they've gone to this. I don't like it. So 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist, because, you know, Mattel always asks me, hey, what do you like in an elbow? So in and out hinge there. It's a cut where the chest and the abdomen meet, and it gives her some hula it gives her, looks like she'll twist all the way around at that joint. And it gives her some lean left and some lean right. She can lean back that far and forward that far. Straight cut at the waist. 360 degrees of rotation there. And I want to say she's got the pull down hinge. Yes. Although it's difficult. So she does have pull down hinge in the hips. It's pretty tight, so just something to be aware of. So at the hips, she can give you the full splits. Skeletor's a happy man. Demon. Monster. Lord of Destruction. She can only kick forward that far. It seems like the joint is getting caught. Let's see if it's any better on this side. So this side's a little better. It's not as hung up. So she can kick forward approximately 90 degrees. Back about a half a step. Cut at the upper thigh. Gives full 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged, pinless knee. So they didn't skimp on us there. So it gives us that much bend. Then there is a boot cut for another 360 degree rotation. And at the ankles, tilts down that far. Tilts up that far. And forward facing pin for rocker. Now, looking at the cape, I won't say this is the best soft goods ever. But at least it is soft goods. A wire in this would have gone a long, long way. And maybe a bit thicker material. I know, I'm wishing. But McFarlane has showed them it can be done. And it can be done and the figure still be at a 22 and some change price point for the most part. As far as storage of her accessories go, she, the hands, it's not a lot you can do with that. And her staff she just has to hold in her hand. So there you have it, my friends. There's a look at the figure and her accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Masters of the Universe Masterverse, Masters of the Universe New EterniaEvil-Lyn, with the Masters of the Universe Masterverse, Masters of the Universe Revelation Sorceress Evil-Lyn, and the Masters of the Universe Masterverse, Masters of the Universe 1987 movie Evil-Lyn. For our last set of comparisons, here we have the Masters of the Universe Masterverse, Masters of the Universe New EterniaEvil-Lyn, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From the G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And our final Masters of the Universe comparison, the Masters of the Universe Masterverse 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Masters of the Universe Masterverse, Masters of the Universe New EterniaEvil-Lyn, I have to say, for the most part, this is a really, really well done and excellent looking figure. In my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. Now, there are some slight issues with it. Her forearm bracers, I kind of wish had been painted so that the colors matched up a little better. But now that I'm looking at it going around, maybe those colors match her belt a little bit more than some of the other things. Maybe that's what they're supposed to match. The fuzzy part above her cape it doesn't fit in properly, it doesn't drop in properly like it should, so in places it's gapped. at like the tops of the shoulders. And I've tried to heat it up and get it to sit properly, and that's just, it doesn't work. And then the cape falls out sometimes. It just kind of has a plastic piece at the top that just clips under the back of the collar there, and sometimes it falls out for no reason. Well, I say no reason. When you're handling the figure, it just falls out sometimes. So there is that. Now the paint apps on this figure look fantastic. The face deco looks absolutely magnificent. The helmet looks great. And the cape is soft goods. However, you can see how it like kind of folds to the inside there. And I really, really, really would have liked a wired soft goods cape for this figure. I think it would have added so much to this figure. But alas, it's not to be. And I hate that, because that's, to me, it's a glaring error on what's otherwise mostly a fantastic figure and probably the best Evil-Lyn that Mattel has ever done. I like her magic casting hands that she comes with, and they may not be new, but they feel new. And you know, of course she has grip hands to use her crystal ball of evil, I guess that's what you want to call it. Her scepter, her wand, her magical conduit. And you know, it comes in two pieces, so you can use it, you can make it that short version, or you can make it the long version like it was originally. And you know, she's a female figure. She's got the pull down hips, or the pull down hinge in the hips. So that's, I'm hoping will be a, you know, a thing going forward, that all the female figures, like all the male figures now, will have that pull down hinge in the hip. Now that's a step forward. A step back, it feels like, is that this figure has a single hinge and swivel at the elbows. And for such a great figure, that kind of bothers me. And it really does feel like a step backwards for this line. I really wish that they had done, you know, done it double hinged, pinless, like they had been doing before. Why they did it like this, I don't know if it's aesthetic reasons or monetary reasons, but whatever the reason was that they did that, I don't like it. And stop doing that, Mattel. Stop it. Double pinless hinges in the elbows and the knees. Make it match. It bugs me if it doesn't. And the range isn't as good. Range of motion is what I mean when I say that. So, but other than that, you know, a great figure, a great entry for New Eternia, a great entry for Masters of the Universe, in my opinion. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.